Breaking news: Nigeria revolution now protests. Appeal court lifts movement restriction imposed on Sowore. Hello, my wonderful people. For some time now, Nigerian government took Sowore to court. And, over a year, Sowore has had movement restriction. And this has not enabled him to be able to travel out of the country to visit his family. His wives and kids are over there in America. He's been in Lagos and he's been in Abuja, I beg your pardon. And Abuja he has been because the courts put, a restriction of movement, that he's of flight risk. Every time they call him, he must appear in court and he must not leave Abuja. But good news, Omoyele Sowore movement restriction has been lifted off him. Omoyele Sowore also declared for presidency in Abuja, and he told the crowd that we should work together, and he was going to retire all the old politicians that refused to go. Let's get all the details. A federal high court in Abuja had in 2019 restricted Mr. Sowore's movement to Abuja as part of the bail condition granted him in the treasonable felony and instituted against him for calling for revolution now protest against the Buhari's administration. The Court of Appeal in Abuja on Wednesday lifted the movement restriction imposed by a high court on human rights activist publishers Sahara reporters Omoyele Sowore. Mr. Sowore announced the Court of Appeal decision on his Facebook wall, noting that the court described the restriction of his movement to Abuja as excessive. The Court of Appeal says the restriction to Abuja is excessive and now has been lifted, his Facebook page has read on Wednesday. The Federal High Court in Abuja had in 2019 restricted the movement of Omoyele Sowore to Abuja alone as part of the bail condition granted him in the trial on charge of treasonable felony. The Attorney General of the Federation had filed the charges against him after the State Security Services (SSS) arrested him for calling for a nationwide revolutionary protest against the President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in August of 2019. He and his co-defendant Oluwole Bakare, who was arrested by DSS in Osogbo, Osun State, pleaded not guilty to the charges and were subsequently granted bail on terms and conditions that were described as restrictive. The controversial bail condition imposed on Omoyele Sowore by the then trial judge Ijeoma Ojukwu included a 100 million bail bond with two sureties, one of whom was required to deposit 50 million cash in the court bank account as security. The two sureties to be produced by him must also be restricted to Abuja and have landed property in the same value of amount with the bail bond on Nigeria Capital Territory. The judge also ordered the sureties must deposit in the court registry the original title deeds of the Abuja property. She also ordered the sureties must swear an affidavit of means and produce evidence of their tax clearance for year 2016 and 2017-2018, in addition to ordering activists to deposit his passport in the registry of the courts. The judge also banned him from traveling outside Abuja throughout the period of the trial. She also barred him from addressing any gathering throughout the period of his trial. In the case of the second defendant, Mr. Bakare, Mrs. Ojukwu granted him bail on the sum of 50 million with one surety who must be restricted to Abuja and have property worth same in Abuja. The surety also required to deposit the title deeds of his original property in the court registry, while Mr. Bakare will have to deposit his international passport as well. Well, welcome to Nigeria. where oppression is part of the norms. Okay, the Attorney General took him to court, and back in 2019, and since then, Omoyele Sowore has been himself and Mr. Bakari has been restricted to Abuja and Abuja alone. Why? He said Buhari came in on a note of deceit, and if you have come to deceive the people, you are not fit to be the president. You should pack your load and your baggages and leave. For that reason, they said he has spoken too much. And before you could say Jack Robinson, the Attorney General took him to court. And then this is what the judge said concerning him. Since then, Omoyele Sowore has been restricted to Abuja and Abuja alone. Even when his brother died, back then in Edo State, a student of Igbenedion University, we also saw that Omoyele Sowore could not even still move because of the condition on him. What about his wife and kids who are there in America? Because even to grant him bail, look at what the Nigerian judiciary system was doing. And this is why the US has released the corruption index of the world, and Nigeria came 156 out of 180 countries in the world. Nigeria came 156 out of 180 countries in the world. That's your country for you. That's your country. And they said, they recorded and they said that Buhari's administration is one of the most corrupt, though he came on the back that we were going to fight corruption, but there is no corruption. If they said it's worse, they said this administration, the stealing and everything going on is worse. These are part of the reasons what Omoyele Sowore saw, and some other persons have said, no, this cannot continue. The impunity must stop. And he called for revolution now. For calling for that, we saw what happened. And today, like they will say, the rest is history. The Attorney General of the Federation, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is offering nothing, yet opposing every single one who dares to speak, to say things are not well. The oppression is wrong. Don't treat the people that way. Anyone who dares to speak becomes the enemy of the state. The Attorney General, like he will go to court. And funny enough, he likes using women. In Abia State, where he went to get an injunction against the electoral bill, it was Justice Evelyn he used. A case of Omoyele Sowore, Justice Ojukwu. So this guy, there's something he has with women. Leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Do have a fantastic day. From us, it's bye for now. Bye.